Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
He breaks the tackle. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers.
Turning it on. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll run the quarterback sneak. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the Tigers head. Sneak gets it done.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. To throw, it's Simpson. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Smashes through the tackle. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Complete to start this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Caught in the backfield. It's Adams. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Got it in the middle. It's Sutton. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ball game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And if you're going to throw a heater like that as a quarterback, you better be accurate because tips lead to picks, especially when you're throwing it over the middle of the field. That time trying to find his tight end, but it is not an accurate throw. It goes up in the air, and the defense makes him pay with the pick.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the tailback. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
They're dealing with a second and long. Finds a tight end. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
The offense changing the play. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin City limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is heading. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy get it to him, get some positive yards, basically a run play.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Off to the races to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Got a man. It's Green. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. On target to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown Tiger. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
The give to the back. Tripped up for the tackle.
And I love the play call. Get it to the running back, chew up some yards so you make third down more manageable. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, Jesse. Now as a quarterback, I can be successful.
Yeah, and I think the play worked in part because the defense was expecting pass and that down and distance. So it begs the question now on 3rd and long again, might the offense go back to handing it off to their explosive playmaker at the running back position?
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Breaks into the open. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Alabama with a first and 10 here. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and still on his feet. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Caught in the backfield, it's Adams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the comeback is on. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Here's a hit. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll operate out of split backs. Wants to fire on second down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
With the catch, it's Adams. Turning it on! Touchdown time! And that one will come up here in the second half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Up by one, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Finds his big tight end. He gets it into the end zone for the two, and now they lead by a field goal.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for two, when not to go for two. Smart decision. Second half, beat up by one doesn't help. Getting that two-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Grab behind the line, it's Scott. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Scott. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Scott. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Back to pass on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. Snags it. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet, but also what you said is the most important thing. Keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he can do that.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by a field goal over Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I love the run call here because this offense does not have to panic yet. Like, there's still plenty of time left in this football game. Stay patient. Stay true to who you are as a team. Get some first downs. Move the ball down the field. You can't get it all back in one play.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Power football with the run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. On the move, it's Hill. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Fires to the tight end. Well, it's obvious a field goal doesn't help them, and not much choice here but to go ahead and try to cash it in.
And I agree, Reese. I think you have to be aggressive here. You don't have a lot of opportunities left. We're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's time to go make a play. Even if you miss it, they got to go the length of the field. You can still be set up with good field position.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the 4th.
And it's just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw again. Got it behind the line. It's Scott. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the 1st down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score.
Touchdown, Clemson! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him. He does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw at Simpson. Here's a throw downfield late. Got it in stride at the 15. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He's got it on the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
All right, offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can step up in this moment, find a way to get the ball into the end zone, and win you this game?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that. No matter what they do, they're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.